I want to say rest in heaven, peace to uh, former First and Second Lady Miss Barbara Bush, died at the age of 92. Says she suffered overactive thyroid disease or quote unquote a grave disease. And in 2008, she had health problems as well. She was suffering from abdominal pain and just different things that was going on for her. She actually had small intestine surgery, but there's a little more research on her. She was one of the most respected first and second ladies, man. Of George H.W. Bush Sr. During this term, and of course her son George H.W. Bush Jr. Okay. Now, during her venue, of course, she met George H.W. Bush Jr. I'm sorry, Senior at the age of 16. Okay, and during his career, helping his political career, he was actually elected for the United States Representatives in 1966 in Texas. 2 years after that. And so, once her role when he became the president of the United States, she pretty much advocated for education. For family literacy, and she kind of understood that the statistics. This was mind blowing to me. In the 1960s, that 30 million adults was reading below eighth grade level. It's only a few. I think they said about 30 million was just, or 40 million was reading above a fourth grade level. So she really understood that, okay, being illiterate and unable to read and write or comprehend, to unlearn or change your paradigm, to promote or take care of yourself and do other things and be a functional citizen in society, you have to be educated. And it doesn't really necessarily mean that you have to be a Harvard graduate, or you have to, be in some type of college institution. I mean, education starts from self within. It's induco. That's the Latin word. It means within. And so just picking up a book, reading, comprehending, learning new things. And so this is way before, of course, technology was really advanced. And so she ended up starting. She was really into the youth as well. She wrote a children's book, and it was pretty successful for a lot of authors. I mean, she actually raised like $36,000 and took that money and gave it to charity. And she also she promoted the White House Endowment Trust, and that's a non-taxable nonprofit organization for the White House for many individuals and sanctions. And so a lot of people looked up to her. She's pretty much compared to, if that equivalent to, Michelle Obama. And it kind of just changed my little thinking a little bit and have a little different attitude towards the Bush campaign, the Bush administration. Yes, even though George H.W. Bush Jr., he was pretty a mediocre president in itself, and he got us to pretty much a disrespectful war, spiritual war against Iraq, and Iran, Afghanistan, talking about weapons of mass destruction, thousands of troops dead, and we were just there for nothing. And of course, Congress is sitting there claiming this, and it was just justifying the wrongdoings, these people. And this one pretty much is scared of the whole 9/11 thing. So, and even though we believe that's a government host, that's a whole nother video. But all in all, she stuck through it. Through all the BS and the allegations and it's just a whole bunch of things, man. And this is an honorable thing. She lived her life. I believe she's a lot of some elementary school was actually named after her. She won like some type of award. So Barbara Bush, she did her duties, and I think it's just something that we can learn from. I mean, for me personally, even though I'm into politics a lot, but Barbara Bush, this is she left a legacy, of integrity, integrity and just pushing forward, moving forward in life, and just continue to see the good out of things. Even though, too, I want to say this too. Even though she was, of course, a representative of the Republican Party, bad. Even though she was a representative of the Republican Party in itself, she really, she opposed abortion, but she didn't disrespect, or she at least gave, I have people that have pro-choice, the people that actually have their own personal outcome, personal perspective on abortion or homosexuality, even though the Republicans are standing highly against it, and she believed that Republicans should stay out of it during that particular time when she was the first and second lady. And I have mad respect for that, still standing on the biblical principles, but trying to get the benefit of all people to have their own opinion. And this is really powerful. And I just wish, of course, she's gonna be in the history books. This is really amazing. I wish I would have known more about her growing up. Of course, when George Bush Jr. was the president. But this is kind of low key, man. It's really sad, but she lived her life, like she said, 92 years old. I just want to start, of course, and make this video expressing my thoughts on it. The legacy of Barbara Bush. And that's pretty much all I have to say. But it kind of changed my, like I said, my perspective on the whole Bush campaigning, Bush administration. Like I said, the whole family. Jeb Bush was the governor of Florida. Of course, all the scandal people believe that when he ran against, I think, was it John Kerry at the time, that he hacked the election or whatever, or Al Gore, he hacked the election because as far as he won all electoral votes in Florida. It could have been, even though he was part of the Skull and Bones organization at Yale University. It's all kind of things. But this is it's an honorable woman, something we should look at, continue to do our own research on it. But that's all I have to say about this. It's your boy Young Link Jr. You guys comment, subscribe, like. You guys have a great day. I'm out. Deuces.